Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns.
You can fall, you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch it work, watch it hate, watch them learn.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
This is Starks. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Hey, watch the ball. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Here's Huntley. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
57. Mike, 57. Oh, here we go.
Off the play fake. Huntley under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Taken down and sacked.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Huntley, he'll drop this one down to Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up second
to throw. Huntley. That's complete to his tight end Higbee.
That's good.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley, and this one quickly to Lamb. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Starks. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd down, Huntley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. CeeDee Lamb, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
From the gun, Huntley. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Brandon Jones on the coverage.
Throwing again. Herbert. Looking for Rager again. This time he's got him. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
You got nothing today.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution...
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen
Rager with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Partner, are they going to cover him? Well, that's 4 catches and the touchdown grab on that opening drive.
Well, what we're seeing so far, I believe, is their understanding that they want to go to him and often, but also they know they've got to move him around a little bit, get him into some different spots to continue to find open space to throw him the football. Otherwise, I just run 2 or 3 guys at him. They're doing a nice job of finding his way open, scheming him, as they like to say.
25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
At the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Browns 3.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down, and that looked like a clear face mask to me. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On 1st and 10, Huntley, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Justin Herbert sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Huntley, man open, it's Cup, he's got it. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's the first catch of the game for Cup, and he's got a first down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Shift.
On 1st down, Starks, and room there to work it inside the 25.
On the carry.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles.
From the gun, Huntley, open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
And 4 at the 6-yard line.
Starks. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd and 2, Huntley. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are back within a score.
His kick is...
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line.
Hey, defense, hurt. Slam.
Herbert. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a gain of 35.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run with Hines, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Eagles add on to their lead. His kick is good. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Huntley.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way.
It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
I'm going to run you over. 57.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. Now that'll be caught by Cup. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw on 3rd down. Huntley trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. He's at the 50, 30. Past the 20, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Huntley, he'll find Lamb. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
On 1st down, Huntley, he'll get this one to Cup, complete. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw on second down, Huntley. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line. Matt Gay on fourth.
So we reach halftime, and due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
End of the first half with the
The
score.
lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This is Gibson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Nyheim Hines, 77 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
5-yard line.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brings up third down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Throwing on third and long. Huntley gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Jackson to return.
Holding, receiving team.
We're killing ourselves.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was hoping to get that to John Hightower. And it's second down.
Brandon Jones on the coverage.
Play action. It's Herbert. That's complete to Hightower. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, Find the hole.
And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Reagor.
Jalen Reagor with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. And the lead. Grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Eagles 42, Browns 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Check.
Huntley to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Taken down and sacked.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And that is incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And 15.
57's the Mike.
From the gun, Huntley able to hit his target, Lamb. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. CeeDee Lamb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. 20. This will be taken in by Hightower. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time.
1st down, Eagles.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. He was hoping to get that to John Hightower, but it's going to be 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. John Hightower, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
10 at the 40-yard line.
It's going to be a long day.
Now Gordon on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down by
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The yard brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Huntley. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, 84 yards. And the Eagles continue to roll.
For the extra point.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Now Starks. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. That'll bring up second down.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Here we go.
To throw again. Huntley, left side to Lamb. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
I'm on. 57. Mike, 57. Check back.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And at the 11-yard line.
Right here. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
A run here for Starks. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd
again on the ground, again with Starks. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
3. It's 3rd
from the gun. Huntley, his pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
They're going to run. It's Starks. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Complete to
He got 29 yards that time.
29 yards.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager, 65 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really... focus in on the offensive line.
17.
They've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. In fact, if anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it. Every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play, they want to put the magnets on it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Browns were able to come up with a goal line stand. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Here we go,
On 2nd down, Starks. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded at the 20.
We play to win. Let's go.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
8 yards. It's 2nd down.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 7 yards, the pickup there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it.
Under pressure and down he goes.
The quarterback sacked.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with all